Welcome to the channel, everybody. It's good to see you. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make traditional South African biltong. None of this Australian jerky, even the stuff in the shops, they claim it's biltong, but it's been marinated, so it's not biltong. There are a lot of recipes online that you can go and follow, but a lot of them have been kind of personalised by the person that's making them. They've added things like sugar, soy sauce, honey to try and sweeten it up. But we're not going anywhere near that today. We are just going to do, like I said, the traditional biltong, the stuff I grew up on and I love. So let's get into it. Alright, we've got a beautiful piece of eye round today. I couldn't get hold of silverside, unfortunately, which is what I'd normally use, but there's not a lot of difference. You've got the long grain running along the sides. It's a hard working muscle, so perfect for biltong. This is a bit big for my dryer, so we're going to cut this down a little bit. Yeah, that's good, right? Now the eye round is a very tough muscle, normally used in roasts. I mean, people do cut them into steaks. I wouldn't recommend it, very tough. But this is perfect. Okay. So we don't want these, it doesn't really matter how thick you cut them. It all comes down to how long you're willing to wait for them to dry. Right, perfect. That'll do for me. Okay, so these are going to go into biltong, so we need to get them into a brine, a vinegar brine. It's just to stop any mold growing on them while they're hanging and drying up. So we'll do that next. We're going to be using a third fresh crushed coriander, a third flaky white salt, obviously it's white, and a third freshly crushed black pepper. And then I use a mixture of red wine vinegar and Worcester sauce. I use the red wine over brown vinegar because I find it's a little bit too strong. You can still taste it in the biltong. So yeah, I put it this way so we can just give it a quick spray and we get on like that. Right, so here's our bowl. So I'm literally just going to spray the bottom. I'm not trying to drown the beef. I'm just trying to give all sides an equal coating. And then I'm just going to layer them on top of each other, just like so. Make sure everything's covered, just covered. You don't want to drown it in it. You're not trying to get the vinegar in the inside of the meat. Like I said, you just want to stop any mold or any contamination growing on the outside of the meat, which is what the vinegar or the acidity from the vinegar does. It's also helped by the salt that from the seasoning that you put on later. So we're going to pop this in the fridge for half an hour, and then I'm going to rotate them again for another half an hour, and then we'll season up and we'll get them hanging. Okay, so the meat's been in the fridge for a little over an hour now. A little bit of colour change, which is fine. So we're going to get these out of the vinegar. I'm not going to pat them down too much. I want the vinegar that's on there to kind of hold the seasoning on. Hence why we don't drown it. So we've got our original biltong mix here, and we're just going to sprinkle it over. Okay. When you're happy that everything's got a good even coating, flip it over. Go again. Alright, I mean these are fairly, I'm not going to say thick, but you want to make sure that you get the seasoning on all sides, well covered, well coated. Right, so I use these plastic food hygiene rated hooks, you know what I mean. So I'm actually going to peg these lengthwise, that way I can get more on the hook, not on the hook, sorry, more in the dryer. And I'm going to make sure that the thickest part of the beef is at the bottom, because it's going to dry from the bottom up. Otherwise you'll end up with really dry bits and really wet bits. Perfect. So in about 3 days time I'll check these, but I imagine on the 4th day they'll be good to eat. See you in a couple of days. And let there be light. Day 2. Let's see how it's doing. Yeah. Let's try that piece. Okay. So we're only on day 2 at the moment. Sorry, day 3. Day 3. Stand corrected. So let's have a cut in and see what we've got. And you can see it's okay, it's a little moist in the middle here, but I can't wait another day before trying it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I mean I'd quite happily eat this, but generally probably 4 days you'd go for a piece this big. So we'll see you tomorrow, and let's hope it lasts that long. Okay. Day 4. I mean it's still going to be a little bit wet in the middle. That's personally how I like it anyway. But let's have a look. That. Right, I'm going to try a thinner piece, otherwise I'm going to be chewing on it for 5 minutes. That's beautiful. You could let it dry out all the way. I mean, you know, I'd still eat it, but for me, that's perfect. Well, there we go. As you can see, that was a fairly easy process. It is time consuming only because of the fact that I'm thinking about the biltong when I go to bed, and I'm thinking about it when I wake up, and generally it doesn't make it to the 4th day until it's all gone. But you know, I would say if you're trying it for your first time, you know, you've got to figure it out. Try 3 days, try 4 days, try 5 days, and just work it back from there. Anyway, if there's any questions, please leave comments below and I'll get back to them if I can. And otherwise, it's really good to see you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.